If you enjoy the content on this channel, please like and subscribe. The 77th British Academy Film Awards, more commonly known as the BAFTAs, were held on the 18th of February 2024, honouring the best national and foreign films of 2023. At the Royal Festival Hall within London's Southbank Centre. Presented by the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, accolades were handed out for the best feature-length film and documentaries of any nationality that were screened at British cinemas in 2023. The ceremony was hosted by David Tennant for the first time. He said, "I am delighted to have been asked to host the BAFTA Film Awards and help celebrate the very best of this year's films and many brilliant people who bring them to life." The broadcast streamed live on BBC One and iPlayer in the UK from 7 to 9 o'clock GMT and on BritBox International in Canada, Denmark, Finland, Norway, South Africa, Sweden and the United States. The BAFTA long lists were unveiled on January 5, 2024. The nominations were announced via livestream by former Rising Star Award nominees Naomi Ackie and Kingsley Ben-Adir from the arts charity HQ at 195 Piccadilly, London on the 18th of January 2024. The livestream is also available on BAFTA's Twitter and YouTube pages. The Rising Star nominees, which is the only category voted by the British public, were unveiled on January 10th, 2024. The winners were announced on 18th of February 2024. Now let's discuss the winners. The BAFTA Fellowship Award went to Samantha Morton, while the Outstanding British Contribution to Cinema went to June Giovanni. Now Oppenheimer would receive 13 nominations, managing to win 7. Followed by Poor Things, which got 11 nominations. The fantasy comedy, Barbie, underperformed, only receiving 5 nominations, without nods for Best Film and Best Director for Greta Gerwig. Another notable omission was Lily Gladstone for Best Actress in a leading role for her portrayal of Molly Burkhart in Killers of the Flower Moon. The snub irked many fans who took to social media to express their confusion and frustration. Additionally, the cultural phenomena, Barbenheimer, received a total of 18 nominations, 5 for Barbie and 13 for Oppenheimer. The two films competed against each other in only 3 categories. Additionally, the British actress and television presenter Hadda Waddington delivered the exclusive music performance of Cyndi Lauper's song Time After Time during the In Memoriam segment. BAFTA President Prince William attended the ceremony, but unlike last year, his wife Catherine did not, as she was recovering from abdominal surgery. Prince William planned to meet category winners and BAFTA Rising Star Award nominees after the award ceremony. Additionally, the BAFTA Awards did not stream the final 4 categories live this year. They instead were broadcast live on BBC with a 2-hour delay along with the rest of the awards. The 3-hour ceremony was edited down by an hour to make it a 120-minute runtime. Last year the show ran with its usual 2-hour delay, but the final 4 categories were broadcast live. While producer Emma Thomas was accepting the award for Best Film on behalf of Oppenheimer, social media personality Liz Winey gate-crashed her speech. The cast and crew of Oppenheimer were seated on the right-hand side of the venue, and after presenter Michael J. Fox announced the winner, Thomas, Christopher Nolan, Charles Roven and Cillian Murphy walked together onto stage to collect the award. As Thomas was handed the award from Fox, Liz Winey nonchalantly entered from the opposite side of the venue and ran on stage. A few audience members and viewers noticed him as he silently stood between Murphy and Roven, while Thomas gave her acceptance speech. He was soon apprehended by security officials after he walked off stage with the film's team. A BAFTA spokesperson published a statement following the ceremony. A social media prankster was removed by security last night after joining the winners of the final award on stage. We are taking this very seriously and don't wish to grant him any publicity by commenting on this further. In one of the more heartwarming moments of the night, famous actor Michael J. Fox, now 62, announced the Best Film category. Fox, who is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and now uses a wheelchair, was met with a standing ovation. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's at just the age of 29 and rarely makes public appearances. Most deemed host David Tennant an all-round success this year, with his natural enthusiasm proving infectious and generally funny script. Tennant also hosted the whole ceremony with his kilt on. He also brought a dog to the BAFTAs, Bark Ruffalo, which added a lot of laughs to the ceremony. Tennant also had fun with the Barbie crew, introducing the ugly corner as the camera panned to the gorgeous pair of Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling in the audience. Signing off the show with "Come on Barbie, let's go party" was also a highlight. Now let's discuss the main winners. In no surprise, the best film went of course to Oppenheimer, which also managed to win the best leading acting role for Cillian Murphy playing J. Robert Oppenheimer, who made many people laugh when he thanked the Oppenhomies in his acceptance speech. He's the first Irish-born performer to win the Best Actor BAFTA. And we're going to say I'm really proud Irishman, and it means a lot. People have come up to me on the street and said they've seen the film Oppenheimer 5, 6, 7 times. It's very humbling, and it's been a brilliant year for cinema. Christopher Nolan, of course, winning Best Director, and Robert Downey Jr. winning Best Supporting Actor as Louis Strauss. The film would also win for Best Original Score for Ludwig Göransson. In the Best Actress in a Leading Role category, it went to Emma Stone for Poor Things, playing Bella Baxter. While Best Supporting Actress was no surprise, as it went to Divine Joy Randolph for playing Mary Lamb in The Holdovers. Divine Joy, who started a career performing on the West End, got teary as she spoke about her co-star Paul Giamatti, and again when she talked about her character. She would say, "There have been countless Marys throughout history who have never had the chance to wear a beautiful gown and stand on the stage here in London. Telling her story is a responsibility I do not take lightly." Later, she made journalists cry with laughter when she used a well-known British word beginning with B when she asked about the odd decision to release The Holdovers in the UK in January, even though it's set during Christmas period. While the BAFTA Rising Star Award went to Mia McKenna Bruce. It was a bittersweet night for the film Saltburn. While the film failed to convert any of its 5 nominations into awards, it still dominated the headlines as Sophie Ellis-Bextor took to the stage to perform Murder on the Dance Floor, her 2002 track that enjoyed something of a renaissance since being used during the infamous final scene of the film, where Barry Keoghan's character Oliver dances naked around the country mansion. In the Best Outstanding British Film category, the winner went to The Zone of Interest. It tells the chilling story of the head of Auschwitz who lives next door to the death camp with his young family. Producer James Wilson said in his acceptance speech, "A friend wrote to me after seeing the film the other day, and he couldn't stop thinking about the walls we construct in our lives, which we choose not to look behind. Those walls aren't new. From before or during or since the Holocaust, it seems stark right now that we should care about innocent people being killed in Gaza or Yemen in the same way we think about innocent people being killed in Mariupol or in Israel." 20 Days in Mariupol picked up the prize for Best Documentary. Speaking backstage, its director, Mislav Sherov, said, "We give a voice to Ukrainians. We keep reminding the world about what is happening there right now. Another city just occupied by Russia, so it's much more important than ever before to keep talking about this subject." There was, however, some consternation about the former Friends star, Matthew Perry, not being mentioned in the In Memoriam segment, but BAFTA said it would include the obituary montage for him in the television awards in May. Other notable actors mentioned in this segment were Jane Birkin, Julian Sands, Richard Roundtree, Tina Turner, Robbie Robertson, Carl Weathers, Tom Wilkinson, Harry Belafonte, Alan Arkin, and Michael Gambon. All in all, it was another fascinating year. With no real surprises in terms of the winners, the BAFTAs 2024 will go down with fond memories.